They're seeing a quarterback that looks like the worst quarterback in football in Dillon Gabriel. So they're jumping to the conclusion like, oh my God, this is catastrophic that Shedor's not playing in front of him. And all I'm saying is, why isn't he playing in front of him? Why do they have him so far behind?
Well, this is
throughout this whole process.
This is where
It's not his arm talent. We both agreed he has more arm talent than Dillon Gabriel. Okay, do we not?
But this is where you and I part ways. You didn't answer my question. Why am I?
What if I told you the NFL media just had a collective light bulb moment and suddenly realized Dillon Gabriel might not be the superhero they ordered off Amazon? Now they're scrambling like interns on a tight deadline, desperate to fix the narrative. And who do they turn to for help? None other than Shedeur Sanders, the same guy they once doubted, now suddenly their emergency backup plan for Cleveland. Buckle up, because this twist is juicier than a draft day scandal.
No. It's all the Browns are coming up with a back injury. I'm like, I don't know. That's not true at all.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, you remember Nathan did have to go, like, guys, we're getting he needed help, like, off the field. Like,
Jeez.
Nathan presented that when he went down on Friday.
Did he get hit?
I don't know.
How do we not know that?
Maybe it's a muscle. Well,
do you understand why
he had a back injury in Colorado as well.
Okay,
so.
but do you understand why I'm confused that one of the most popular dudes, certainly like in the NFL, look at the jersey sales and everything, and he's on Twitch every day. He's doing social media. He's got a team around.
The NFL media just had their "we messed up" moment, and you could practically hear the collective gasp echoing across studios from New York to LA. They looked around, clutched their cue cards, and finally said the unthinkable. Maybe, just maybe, Dillon Gabriel isn't that guy. And the way they said it, you'd think they had just discovered gravity.
Able to do in the next 3 to 4 weeks that's gonna make you go, wow. He's not growing, arm not getting stronger, he's not getting more athletic, and he sure as heck ain't getting younger. So what can Dillon Gabriel do in the next 3 to 4 weeks to make you go, wow? At least Shedeur is sitting there at 6'2", 215, 220. And more than anything, at least Shedeur showing you he has it, he has moxie, he has poise, he has charisma, he has swagger, all of those things that translate on the football field. At least Shedeur showing you the ability to turn programs around. Like, what are you going to see from Dillon Gabriel, T?
For weeks, the loud analysts were pounding their desks, selling the fairy tale that Gabriel was the next golden-armed savior. Clueless reporters rattled off stats like they were reading out lottery numbers, while the overdramatic insiders kept dropping so-called exclusive updates that aged faster than milk left out in the sun.
I don't see anything in this guy that makes me think he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. I'll admit it's not fair because he hasn't played enough and he doesn't have good talent around him. But I just feel like if you had that quarterback, you'd see it a little, right? Wouldn't you?
You should see something.
There's nothing with this guy. Again, he's not terrible, but there's nothing I've seen with this guy in the preseason and training camp and in the season so far that makes me...
Interview 4. But then suddenly the lights came on. They looked at the tape, glanced at the scoreboard, and then stared at each other with the haunted eyes of people who finally realized they'd been hyping up a quarterback who throws checkdowns like he's allergic to progress.
And he said, I'm not concentrating on the current development of Shedeur Sanders. I'm worried about what we're worried about. I'm now convinced that we need to do a deeper dive investigation into why they are so reluctant to give the kid.
Watching Dillon Gabriel play lately feels like watching someone try to set up Wi-Fi without a password. You can sense the effort, you can see the confusion, and deep down you know nothing's connecting. Every time he drops back, he scans the field like he's reading a foreign menu, then delivers a 5-yard toss that takes so long to arrive you could bake a cake in the meantime. Every drive feels like déjà vu. First down, hesitation, panic shuffle, short throw, punt, repeat. And yet, for months, the media insisted he was the next great hope, a supposed Marvel hero whose only real superpower was moderate consistency. They told us his leadership couldn't be measured. Turns out it can. It's measured in 3 and outs. Now, after weeks of denial, the NFL media are backpedaling faster than Gabriel in a collapsing pocket. On air, they're pretending they always had concerns, replaying clips of him missing open receivers like it's breaking news. The same faces that once called him the answer now look like they're scrambling to delete old tweets in real time. Meanwhile, as the meltdown spreads, the Cleveland Browns quietly appear on the horizon like a soap opera subplot nobody saw coming. Their season's hanging by a thread, Their offense looks allergic to creativity, and the fans have reached that all-too-familiar stage of grief, the one where they start
The fans know damn well Dylan Gabriel got 4 games. You going to London, you're facing a tough-ass defense. You got to go to Pittsburgh, they cracking right now. They done found themselves. You got to go to New England. That's a tough-ass defense. They're playing good. You know what I'm saying? They playing good, too. If Dylan Gabriel, the media know, if Dylan Gabriel go 0-4, hey, guess what we got, y'all? Shador next. They never going back to Flacco. The media know damn well.
That's when someone whispers the name. Not just any name, but Shador Sanders. Suddenly, the room falls silent. Analysts freeze mid-sentence. The clueless reporter stares into space like she just uncovered a government secret, and the overdramatic insider gasps, already reaching for his phone to tweet something cryptic like, "Big moves brewing in Cleveland." Because deep down, everyone knows if there's anyone built for this kind of pressure, it's Shador. He's got the swagger, the accuracy, the calm. He plays football like a surgeon in designer shades. Precise, confident, and unshakably cool. While Gabriel's busy overthrowing slants, Shador is out there threading needles with the ease of someone who already knows he's the story. The Browns, of course, pretend they're evaluating all options, but you can practically smell the desperation through the screen. Their front office is pacing like reality show producers trying to salvage a doomed season's ratings. They've seen enough of the Gabriel experiment. The short passes, the hesitation, the endless shrugging. They don't need flickers. They need fireworks, so they make the call quietly, carefully. And just like that, the rumor storm begins. NFL insiders start hearing whispers. Reporters tweet half-sentences. Some mention internal discussions. Others just drop mysterious eye emojis. Suddenly, the media remembers Shador Sanders exists. And they treat it like breaking news that he's actually good at football.
I think there's as good a chance that he stinks as that he's decent. I don't know. I've never seen him play at the NFL level. I thought his college career was a little over-embellished, but to his credit, he played well in college. I just don't know how well, and I think a lot of the hype was because of his dad, who's regarded as one of the great athletes of all time. But it just doesn't make sense when you acknowledge the fact that NFL coaches and owners would literally trade their moms into sex slavery to win games. It is a win at all costs proposition in the NFL. They cannot win.
And here's where it gets funny. The same people who once called Shador too flashy, too confident, or not ready are now describing him like some perfect blend of Tom Brady and a motivational speaker. They're tripping over themselves trying to rewrite history, pretending this was their plan all along. The loud analyst is suddenly on air saying, "I always said Shador had that it factor," while the clueless reporter nods along like she didn't just spend 2 months hyping Gabriel's steady hand. The overdramatic insider chimes in with, "This changes everything," asterisk as if he didn't help cause the mess in the first place. Meanwhile, back in Cleveland, the Browns' headquarters are buzzing like a conspiracy bunker. Nobody's confirming anything, but the vibes are impossible to ignore. Coaches are whispering about potential transitions, players sound suspiciously excited in interviews, and even the janitor probably knows what's coming. And then, boom, the headline drops. Cleveland Browns evaluating options after concerns about Gabriel's consistency. Translation? They've seen enough missed reads to last a lifetime. In football terms, Dylan Gabriel's performances have been like eating cereal without milk. Technically possible, but deeply unsatisfying. He plays like he's constantly buffering, freezing mid-throw as defenders close in. His pocket awareness could be measured in seconds, plural, because that's how long it takes for him to realize the disaster unfolding around him.
Why we're not having this conversation? Why Kevin Stefanski's not giving us answers? Why not even considering looking Shador Sanders' way right now? Are you watching Dylan Gabriel's performances the past few weeks? Yikes! Here's some numbers for you. His passing grade, according to PFF, is 47.6. That's worst among all starting quarterbacks. His completion percentage, 59.9, fourth worst. All right, this is where it gets jaw-dropping, folks, because his yards per attempt are 4.9, also worst among starting quarterbacks. So, how...
When whispers of Shador Sanders start growing louder, The fan base reacts like they've just been told a superhero might be joining the roster. And honestly, can you blame them? Shedeur is built for spectacle. He moves with precision, sees the field like he's reading sheet music, and throws with a kind of confidence that makes defenders question their career choices. His composure under pressure isn't just impressive, it's cinematic. The Browns' front office starts daydreaming about jersey sales, primetime buzz, and redemption arcs, while the NFL media begins drooling over the potential storylines. You can almost hear them warming up their favorite cliches. Asterisk next-gen leadership. Born winner. Dion's influence. Asterisk then, just as the hype hits fever pitch, Cleveland drops the bomb. Shedeur Sanders is reportedly dealing with a back injury. Cue the collective confusion. A back injury. Out of nowhere. Camp 2 thinks the Browns are playing NFL chess, and honestly they might be onto something. Because if there's one thing Cleveland has mastered, it's drama disguised as strategy. The back injury announcement feels less like medical news and more like a well-timed misdirection, a smokescreen to keep the media guessing while they quietly rebuild their entire playbook around Shedeur.
Just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play.
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
If he had said to you guys, hey, I want to play, I can play, I mean, would that have factored into this at all? Or what was the thinking behind that and how'd that go?
Yeah, he obviously came in Saturday with his back injury. We were hopeful that he'd be able to move around well enough to suit up on Sunday, but put him through a pregame warm-up, and obviously
the oldest trick in football politics. Hide the plan in plain sight. Announce a minor injury. Let the media chase rumors. And then drop the surprise when the timing is perfect. Meanwhile, the NFL media eats it up. The loud analyst pretends to be concerned, talking about lingering tightness, like he's suddenly a team doctor. The clueless reporter scrolls through social media, desperately trying to piece together a timeline that doesn't exist. And the overdramatic insider, bless his heart, is already hinting that the Browns are keeping something big under wraps. Just a month ago, Dillon Gabriel was the reliable pick. Now, he's the cautionary tale every analyst uses to sound wise after the fact. His highlight reels have turned into blooper material, and his name is now attached to every what went wrong segment on sports talk shows. The irony is, Gabriel's downfall isn't even dramatic. It's just boring. No scandals, no meltdowns. Just consistently bad football disguised as leadership. He's like a motivational poster that forgot to inspire.
Browns quarterback situation. You got 4 quarterbacks. Only one of them has the potential to be the future at the position for the Cleveland Browns. It ain't Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is 40 years old. He will not be on this team next season. It won't be Kenny Pickett. I mean, we've seen Kenny Pickett. It's not going to be Kenny Pickett. Dillon Gabriel is not ready for first team reps. And he's got just too many limiting factors to logically say this guy is going to be the long-term solution at quarterback. Now, is there a chance he could, and he could defy the odds and be that guy? Yes, but again, the odds aren't great. So really, it's only Shedeur Sanders, and that's where all the hype and all the excitement.
Meanwhile, Shedeur's legend keeps growing. Even while injured, he dominates the headlines. Every whisper about his rehab, every cryptic tweet, every offhand comment turns into front-page news. The Browns' social media team posts a random photo of the practice field, and fans immediately zoom in, searching for shadows that might prove he's secretly there. That's when you know the hype is real, because Shedeur doesn't even have to play to win the narrative. He's become the embodiment of everything Cleveland's been missing: swagger, composure, and purpose. The city hasn't felt that kind of quarterback energy in, well, maybe ever. While Gabriel's out there tossing wobblers and making excuses, Shedeur's name alone is selling hope. The media, of course, can't get enough of this redemption arc suddenly. What they once called flash is now authentic charisma, and swagger has been rebranded as command presence. It's amazing how fast reputations flip when desperation hits. And make no mistake, the Browns are desperate. They've spent years chasing quarterbacks the way people chase Wi-Fi signals. One fleeting moment of connection followed by hours of disappointment. So when Shedeur's name entered the conversation, You could almost hear the collective sigh of relief across Cleveland.
Should be quarterback number one. I think he has what it takes, and the other quarterbacks haven't been working there, and just because someone's getting paid more doesn't mean...
Even with the injury, Shedeur Sanders is already outshining the starter. The locker room believes. The fans believe. Even the analysts who can't predict the weather, let alone football, are starting to sound convinced. The loud analyst declares this move could reshape the AFC. The clueless reporter nods so hard she nearly drops her notes. And the overdramatic insider, of course, smirks and says, asterisk, mark my words, something big's coming. Asterisk, maybe he's right, because behind all the mystery, it feels like the Browns are quietly building something. You can sense the shift, a spark of excitement, a pulse of confidence that maybe, just maybe, they've finally found the guy who can turn Cleveland's chaos into rhythm. The back injury might just be the smokescreen before the fireworks. And when that moment comes, when Shedeur walks out in that uniform, healthy, calm, and ready, the NFL media will rush to pretend they saw it coming all along. They'll talk about his perseverance, his comeback story, his destiny. But we'll know the truth. They didn't discover Shedeur Sanders. They stumbled into him. They spent months hyping Gabriel's mediocrity until it backfired so spectacularly that they had to rewrite the narrative just to save face. It's poetic, really. The man they overlooked becomes the savior they can't stop praising. The quarterback they crowned becomes the cautionary tale they quietly bury under roster adjustments. And when the Browns finally make it official, when that injury miraculously heals just as Gabriel's confidence disappears, you can bet the headlines will be nothing short of cinematic.
You can bet the headlines will be cinematic.
Overall, I thought he did a good job of standing in there, taking those hits, and playing decent in this game. But now when you look at some of the negatives on film and the things that he needs to get corrected, he's making some throws that you can't make in these type of situations, especially on the road and especially as a rookie on an offense that's struggling to move the football. The Browns are way too predictable on offense right now when it comes to throwing the football. I don't know if he has a high enough ceiling right now to be a franchise starting quarterback in the NFL that you can build off.
Shedeur Sanders, the comeback Cleveland didn't deserve but definitely needed. By the time he steps in, Dillon Gabriel will quietly fade into the background, becoming the NFL's version of that guy we once thought could throw. The analysts will move on, the insiders will swear they saw it coming, and the Browns will finally have what they've been searching for all along, a quarterback who doesn't flinch, fumble, or fake composure. And if the back injury ever gets exposed as a cover-up, even better. Because nothing cements a legend quite like a secret plan disguised as a rehab schedule. So as the season rolls on and the media keeps pretending to analyze, remember this. Dillon Gabriel was the safe choice that never delivered. Shedeur Sanders is the wild card who might just rewrite the entire playbook. And the Browns'